Hey, what's going on, guys? So this video is going to be about my future goals, my future plans. I'm really motivated after the Olympia Expo. Um, Last year's Olympia Expo, I set goals and I didn't achieve them. I have to be honest. Um, had some injuries, had some other issues, and that's not an excuse, but they did set me back. And the injuries I had with the hip flexor and other things, um, that doesn't mean that you certain things you can't do. Like I had a hard time doing cardio while it was healing. I couldn't do legs like I wanted to. You burn a lot of calories doing legs, so I wasn't able to do that for a while. Injured myself late April, and just now I'm able to almost. I would say I'm completely. I would say I'm 100% from that injury now. So that's been a long time. Um, but being injured doesn't mean that you can eat whatever the hell you want, and that was my problem with binging. I was never consistent enough. I set goals. I set a year goal, didn't come close, but I set my goals again, and you just have to stay consistent and be focused on those goals. So my goal is in six. I have a short-term goal, 6 month short-term goal, and a year-long goal. So my 6 month goal is to be 275, to weigh 275, and then my year-long goal is to weigh 250 pounds. So I've never been. I've been 275. I started at 350. But I've never been 275, a legit 275. I did a 1 week tilapia, asparagus, and water cut, and I lost like 10 pounds in a week. And it was for some kind of contest, whatever. But I got down to 275. But I've never been a legit 275, just normal. So once I hit that mark, that'll be monumental for me. Once I hit the 250 mark, that'll be monumental as far as that would mean I've lost 100 pounds. Is that going to be my end goal? No. I mean, realistically, I have to see what I look like at that weight and see how comfortable I am. But realistically, I know in my mind I need to be, get to 225 and then get to like 195-ish and see how that goes. Another goal I have set is I want to do a bench only powerlifting competition in August. So that's something I'm really thinking about. If my legs feel good, if my numbers are where I want them to be at, then I might do a full meet. But for my first meet, I feel like I'm able to do a bench only meet. And it just depends on whatever I weigh is what I'm gonna do it as. I'm not gonna do a cut to try and make a weight or anything like that. But if I'm 225-ish around there, then hopefully I can hit something like 405. That's realistic. 425, something like that, to see how it goes. My main focus right now is with weights is powerlifting based. So all my exercises are powerlifting based. So what I'm doing is, a lot of chest, bench press for chest, standing overhead press for shoulders, squats, and then deadlifts. And I've never really done deadlifts, never been consistent doing deadlifts. I've done deadlifts probably like 10 times only, like in my entire life, honestly. So I'm recording my workouts as far as like those movements, because especially squat and especially deadlifts, because to check my form, to make sure on squats I'm hitting depth. With my injured knee, that's kind of difficult because it's still very tight. But I think as I lose weight, my depth will get even better. And then with deadlifts, it's just about form. They're using the right form and checking my form and seeing, I don't want my back rounded. I don't want to get injured. And I'm using sub-maximal weights. So I'm not doing anything close to my max at all with those numbers. So Basically, the basis of my program is I'm doing 75% of my max for 3 sets of 3. And that helps me to work on my form, my technique. Some days I'll do 85% for 3 sets of 1. Other days I'll do 65% for sets of 3 sets of 5 reps. If I'm feel beat up, something like that, it's a lighter weight, and all that stuff is gonna add up and help me to hit those goals I want, to basically to work on my form and hit those goals. And the rest of the workout is basically accessory work, nothing crazy. So it's a little bit different than what I've been doing as far as like bodybuilding type workouts or even power building workouts. I was doing those heavy movements, those basic movements, but then I was doing tons and tons of sets afterwards. And my body was really breaking down. So I had to like cut back on that. Now, as far as eating, nutrition, um, eating like 5 to 6 healthy meals, some type of lean protein, carb, veggie or fruit, 5 to 6 meals a day. I'm not really counting macros. I know kind of sort of what my macros are, but um, you know, basically having the same amount of protein, same amount of carbs on my plate, and then veggies or fruit. That's it. So it's not really just by looking at my plate. That's what I'm doing. So as far as nutrition goes, the main thing is just eating healthy meals and being consistent with those meals. Making sure I'm not eating like every 2 to 3 hours, not having a long time in between, because that's when I tend to binge, and that's the one thing I'm trying to avoid, and because that's been my problem, is binging. So just eating those foods, and then what I'm gonna do is, once I see progress stall to a point, then I can look at I'm keeping a food journal. I'm not using my Fitness Pal, but keeping a food journal. And so that way I can tell, like, okay, what needs to change? What can I change? What needs to change? Basically, more than likely, I'm going to drop carbs first, obviously. Want to keep the protein consistent, keep the fat consistent, and drop the carbs slowly. As far as cardio, right now I'm doing 3 HIIT sessions, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I love doing HIIT. It's fast. It gets it out of the way. I get a good sweat. It helps my legs to get stronger too. So I usually do that on my cross trainer at home. So I'll do 15-second sprints, 15-second sprints, 20 minutes total. And then the other days, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, I'll do 30 minutes of lifts. What I'm going to do is end up going to the gym nearby and just doing treadmill, because that's something I don't really do is walk. So just like the weight bearing exercise, or maybe walk around my house, walk around the neighborhood for 30 minutes. And after my workouts, or when I go to the gym to actually lift weights, I'll do a 10-minute warm up and a 10-minute cool down. So that's 20 minutes. It's not really, I guess you could say it's less. It's not really anything intense or anything like that. After the workout, yeah, you're kind of tired and exhausted. So yeah, those 10 minutes can be taxing at times. So, but that's just basically for overall overall health, to like do 10 minutes before and after, and then I'll stretch and whatnot afterwards, depending on what body part I'm training, to prevent injuries. So that's my plan right now, and if anything changes, I'll let you guys know. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.